Yeah. What's happening, YouTube? This is going to be live on Instagram. So if you're watching this later, you know what to do. Fast forward till you hear some juicy shit. Peace to the God, peace to the God. You heard? Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. This is perfect timing because this is exactly what I want to see. Listen, you guys see this goddamn her. Nigga, she the motherfucker that been calling the damn landlord on the nigga. I just made that bitch do the thiz face with this good weed. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the gods. This is one of them ones. This is one of them ones. I just got to get high real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody's good. You know what I'm saying? Two of my brothers in here. I don't know who's all in here, but I see Alchemical, my bro Epiphany. We're gonna get into some real esoteric tonight for people who ain't, you know, when I deal with shit, I deal with a lot of different things, but I am dealing with some of these occult knowledge, you know. And what I'm gonna be doing today is bringing forth some pretty, you know, heavily occult knowledge. Well, here's the thing, too, though. Hold on, time out. Occult to who? Okay? Because when we got to look at some of these words, you know what I'm saying? The word occult itself means hidden, okay? These are things that are just hidden from the profane, from people who are not, you know, into certain shit like that. You know what I mean? People that deal with surface level things, people that deal with shit that is on the tip of the iceberg. You know, that's not what I deal with, okay? A lot of the things that I deal with are kind of, they're stranger things. You know, I deal with the stranger of things, if you will, you know? And I got to give a disclaimer, because, you know, I'm going to put this shit on YouTube and shit. I don't follow nobody, all right? I ain't telling nobody to follow nobody. So when I get to talking about this motherfucker Aleister Crowley, understand I am talking about the information that was brought forth, okay? You got to look at, well, for me personally, there's a lot of people that I would acknowledge the information that they brung forward as being, you know what I'm saying, some valid shit and some shit that I would stand by and some shit that I would, you know, agree with, per se, all of the shit. For an example, Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X was a person that I revere, you know, I think highly of. I think that what he did was good during the time that he did it, all of the damn shit. But here's the thing. I would not follow Malcolm X to that goddamn mosque. You dig what I'm saying? That's where me and him would draw the motherfucking lines, okay? So understand, when I'm dealing with this man Crowley, alright, me and him got a few lines that have been drawn. Hard ones, okay? Straight like that. And that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's all those people out there that, like I said, you may respect and shit. And then there's some spots of their life you may disagree with. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You gotta follow yourself. And that's the basis of what we're dealing with right here on this mystery session. We're dealing with the law. One of these occult philosophies, you know what I'm saying, which is do what thou wilt. Okay? Love is the law under WILT. Okay? Now, this is what Crowley's famous for. Pretty much bringing that specific statement to the forefront. We'll probably get into the origins of all of that and whatnot. But you got to understand, okay? I asked a question on my Instagram. I don't know, it was yesterday or some shit. I asked a question. I said, where are you in the universe exactly? You know, where are you directly, exactly located within the universe? You dig? And when people hear that question, they may be like, you know, your brain may get wrapped a little bit, you know. Where am I in the universe? Where, motherfucker, where are you exactly in the universe right now at this given moment? That is a question that once realized, you never go back to any other thought process, okay? Peace to the God. Alchemical, he said the 0 point. You are directly in the center of your universe, the universe. You know, remember the word universe is uni, one. You know what I'm saying? You are directly in the center of the universe. Remember that. Directly in the middle. Everything, pretty much, for the most part, 99.99999 plus the 0.1 revolves around you. Everything. Period. Everything is centered through you. The reality that you are experiencing is experienced through your own fucking lenses from the 0 point. Reality starts with what you believe and what you think. You know? So these are concepts that we really have to grasp, you know, as we move forward in our endeavors here in this earthly plane, you know. When it comes to the law, do what thou wilt. See, here's the thing. The profane, the uninitiated, when they hear do what thou wilt, they instantly read that and would do what anybody who is not keen into tapping in or that's been tapped into some esoteric knowledge or occult knowledge, you're going to take it for what it says, surface value, you know. The first thing you're going to do when something says do what thou wilt, well, you're going to be like, well, hell, this is a free pass to pretty much do whatever it is that I want to do, you know. And at the end of the day, you gotta understand, when you read do what thou wilt, and you're a god, per se, nigga, you know that don't give you a goddamn free pass to just willy-nilly around. You know what I'm saying? Or it shouldn't. But here's the thing, though. It should and it shouldn't. There's two reasons why it should and it shouldn't. Because at the end of the day, you as a God must move a certain way according to, you know what I'm saying, the God level. You dig what I'm saying? See, I'm about to go upstairs and we're going to break this shit down to the fucking molecule. But I'm just setting the damn stage, okay? You have to understand. Or don't understand. Think for a second. Think for a second. Why don't... Okay, so boom. We established that you are the center point of your universe. Picture you're a star out there, a planet of some sort, okay? Your own universe. Now, why is it that in this universe that we're in, according to how the scientists put it, why don't none of the planets run into each other? Why don't any of the planets collide into each other in the damn solar system? Nigga, that's what the shit's called, the damn solar system. Why don't any of the planets run into each other? Because they're all on their own trajectory. I have a podcast. Now, this is what's interesting about, life and dealing with a magical life, right? I put a podcast out called What's in Your Cup on Spotify. If you don't know, it's the rug pull, right? In the episode, What is Your Cup? I pretty much describe how everybody on Earth has a red Solo cup at a party. Okay, you walk in a party, life's a party, right? Everybody's got their own drink. First of all, nigga, why are you worried about what the fuck is in my drink? I'm not worried about is what's in the next person's cup. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck they got going on? Do you want to know why? In life that we're experiencing right now, you can pretty much fill your cup with whatever your heart desires. So what's in your cup may not specifically be what's in my cup. Okay? Now you have to understand, the law is simple. In what we're dealing with right now, this is called the Thelema, the Thelemite religion, not religion, cult, teachings, whatever, nigga, the shit that came from Crowley. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law under will. Now, I could keep saying that same shit, but in the shit is how they say it is number 93, nigga. 93. Do what thou wilt. The law is love under will. Now, here's the thing. If we establish that do what thou wilt is talking about some esoteric occult meaning, it's not just talking about be willy-nilly out here in these streets. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with the fucking will. The true will. Do what thou wilt means to do thy true will. Listen, let me ask you a question. YouTube land, TV land, Instagram land. Let me ask you guys a question. Today, since you've been awake, have you done your true will? Because there's a difference between doing things that are necessity to the matrix life that you're living, your little mundane illusion that you want to keep going, as far as going to work and, all the extra shit that involves keeping your little life afloat. Okay, that's cool. But have you done your true will? And not a lot of people even know what their true will is. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about it. All right. If we're talking about the true will, right? This is what somebody truly in their heart wants to do. Not what they're being forced to do, not what they're being told to do, not what they're expected to do, not what they're fucking, to do. It's what they truly, truly, truly want to do. Their true divine will. This is why that podcast I dropped was like a foreshadow for this shit right here. Okay? Because do what thy wilt means everyone is to do their own true will. Okay? Now you have to understand, in the grand scheme of the cosmos, I just pointed to you, or just refreshed your memory and let you know that you are the 0 point in the universe. You are in the middle. Everything else surrounds you. Okay? Now, knowing that everybody else is also a star in the center of their own universe, it is important not to impede on someone else's will. Now, this is very interesting Because this is where really deep psychology comes in. Because you could break a person down and see, is this person doing their true will, or are they doing what is expected of them in society for the matrix, to better their matrix physical life, or just doing shit. And here's the thing, your true will could involve doing things that are in the matrix, for sure. For fucking sure. That's up to your heart to desire. You know what I'm saying? And when we're dealing with your true will, like I said, there's other people that are on their own trajectory. Your mother, your father, all of these people, like, why are they doing that? Why do they act like that? That may be their true will. That may be what their heart desires them to do. It could be some fucked up shit. You be like, damn. But shit, it's what the fuck they want to do. Whatever. What the fuck I'm going to do? Go grab their cup and spill it out because I don't like what they're drinking? No. They're on their own trajectory. Be on yours. You feel me? So like I said, we finna break this shit down to the motherfucking molecule. I got the knowledge. I mean, not the knowledge. I got that too. I got the science to back this shit up. I got the scholarship. These occult books we gonna be dealing with. You dig what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, I am somebody who is very, very, very fit to bring out this here knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? I'm gonna tell you. Because I'm a motherfucker who do what the fuck he wanna do, however the fuck he wanna do it. Oh shit, I'm gonna fucking fail. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna fucking fail. But look, I do whatever the fuck I wanna do, however the fuck I wanna do it, whenever the fuck I wanna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I incorporate, see, here's the thing. I incorporate my will into the necessities that I must do for the matrix. So yeah, I understand I'm down here on Earth, but there is a way to finagle and finesse. You dig what the fuck I'm saying? Alright. Peace to the gods. Big ass cactus. Alright. Listen. Have you done your true will today? Like, why is this nigga wearing a goddamn turban? Matter of fact, why did the nigga choose to get the turban from actually from real life Palestine, Israel? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I fucking want to. The fuck? You see how I got my motherfucking glasses, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck this nigga got some goddamn sock? Because I fucking want to. What the fuck? I do what the fuck I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to goddamn do it. I am living life in God mode, nigga. Period, fucking point blank. There ain't no goddamn body out there. My own mother couldn't stop my will. Peace to the gods. My own mother could not impede on my will. Period, point blank. My will and my mama's will is not the same will. Period. What she want is not what I want. What I want is clearly not what she want. And what's wrong with that? Nothing. Goddamn. So let's break this shit down. Where does all this come from? It's simple. Where does all this come from? Right here. Simple. The book of the law. This is pretty much as simple as that. You ain't got to buy this motherfucker. I buy books because that's what I do. All right? That's my true will. I buy books because this is what I do. Get the PDF. The fuck? I read the shit on the PDF and then I bought the book. Because that's what the fuck I do. So anyways, we're dealing with the book of the law. All right? From Aleister Crowley. It's called, also called, Liber Al Verligis. Okay? You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with some real esoteric occult shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is dealing with some shit that was going on back in 1904. Like I said, you got the spirit, what's called the spirit AWAS. All right. Now, when you deal with the actual realms that we talking about, which is the spirit realm, and doing your true will, which is your actual true heart's desire, your spirit, your soul's desire, you got to understand, in this magical practice or this magical realm that we live in that they call Earth, there's goddamn people on this side, there's people on the other side. There's a whole lot of shit going on. Your eyes can only see 1% of the entire light spectrum. So understand that a lot of the shit that you see, a lot of the shit that you see is very minimal. You see the solid objects. Everything out here is not solid. Clearly, there's fucking air and fucking oxygen I'm breathing. Nigga, it's real. Nigga, I just can't see it. Period, point blank. It's real. Period, point blank. Okay? There's hot and there's cold. You cannot see heat. You cannot see the cold. You cannot see the wind. But you can feel that motherfucker, and you know it is real. Okay? So like I said, when we dealing with these spirits and shit, that's what we dealing with. Some shit on the other side, right? So right now we're dealing with Crowley, who in this case happens to be the medium in which this spirit spoke. Now, me being who the fuck I am, King Skeptical, all right, I'm sitting here like, okay, well, this could be Cap. Nigga, spirit went through you and all the boop, 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 boop. I do know, possession is real. Channeling is real. All of this shit is real, has been going on for thousands of years. But then I read the text, right? And I said, okay, I can give a fuck about whoever it is. Because like I said, your average person, be quoting goddamn Carl Jung and shit like that. Niggas don't know not a damn thing about Carl Jung's personal life. And who he trained and who he learned from. Carl Jung learned from a goddamn weird-ass sadistic sexual pervert who was writing about having sex with his goddamn mom. His name is Sigmund Freud, the father of psychology. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look at what Carl Jung was putting out, was some heat. Who was he? Yeah, he did split from Freud, but that don't to stop the fact that that's who really put you on this psych game to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers' origins and what they deal with outside of the knowledge that they put forth, which is the scholarship, you know what I'm saying? I can give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I can give a damn if a goddamn nigga is putting out the most goddamn heat and actual historical facts about Africa, but in his spare time, he is fucking white women. I don't give a damn. Period, point blank. That would make him a hypocrite. But does that make the information that he put in the book wrong? Or the text that he put out or whatever the fuck wrong? No. So like I said, we're dealing with some spirit called AWAS. And that spirit of AWAS is the messenger of what is called, who is called Ra-Hara-Kahudi. All right. Now, the minister of Hippocrates. Okay. It was AWAS we dealing with. All right? Straight like that. So, remember how I showed you guys it's what's called the major shit. Because we're dealing with the metaphysics. All right? I showed this picture right here on the shit. This is called the Stele of Revealing. This is in a whole different book. We're going to get to this one, though. But this right here is what after the channeling of the text, Crowley and his wife going to the British Museum. He said, point out to me who it was that was doing the talking. She said it was this nigga. So we dealing, and this is why I'm saying, you got a whole ass pale English over there in England white man tapping into the other realm, and who the fuck is he meeting? He ain't come back and say, yeah, nigga, I seen nigga Thor and Odin and them. He could have. Look how thick this goddamn book of mythology is. He could have. He could have. But what did he say? I did my homework. I'm like, okay. Because the nigga been capping this shit. Man, the nigga was dealing with Buddha and all that shit before this. And then after that, the whole shit switch up off this little shit in Egypt. And we end up getting some interesting information. So basically what we're talking about is we got the 3 elements. Okay. That, well, not 3, but, you know, in this. And I also want you guys to see something too, though, you know, because when they did art in Kemet, it was on some shit. So, yeah, we see Ra Hor Kahuti, okay? And we see Nut. We see Hadit, or Hadit, which is right here. But we also notice we have the God. And if you can think back to the other day when I posted the book from 1658, and it was describing what magicians were called all across the world. The Magus in Persia, but in Egypt, what were they called? The magicians. They were called priests. Now here's the kicker. They never did anything by mistake. So notice that the God, this is in Kemet. This ain't no Zeus ruling over niggas, thunderbolting humans and shit. No, this is the God eye level with man. Come on, man, we on some shit. We on some shit. So anyways, what we got is Nut, the goddess above. Okay, we know people talk, that's the damn firmament and shit. Nah, Nut is space. Okay, which is the total possibilities of any and every kind. Okay, straight like that. So listen, it says this. I'm gonna read to you what the Book of the Law says. I'm gonna read what it says. It says the elements are Nut, space, that is the total possibilities of every kind, and Hadit, any point which has experience of these possibilities. Okay, this is symbolized by the Egyptian goddess Nut, a woman bending over the arch of the sky. Hadit is symbolized by a winged globe. All right, for every event is a uniting of some one monad with every one of the experiences possible to it. Every man and every woman is a star. That is an aggregate of such experiences constantly changing with each fresh event which affects him or her either consciously or subconsciously. Each one of us, thus, mind you, this is AWAS talking, all right? It says each one of us, thus, has a universe of its own. But it is the same universe for each one as soon as it includes all possible experience. This implies the extension of consciousness to include all other consciousness. Okay? Now this is the interesting shit, because like I said, we all seeing the shit differently. You know what I'm saying? It says the object that you see is never the same one that I see. We infer that this is the same because your experience tallies with mine on so many points that the actual differences of our observation are negligible. Okay? So, in hindsight, everybody sees shit totally different. You may disagree on certain shit, but they're so minute that we pretty much don't even worry about it. Like, nigga, I agree with you, nigga. Even though in my mind I may feel like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, nigga, I'm still on the same page. We're on the same page, you know? Because at the end of the day, you'll never actually see something from the same shit as someone else. Now, I do want to explain this, before we move on to this law of Thelema, I do want to touch on this stele again. Where's my other phone? All right, look, there's this picture I posted. It was some shit. But I posted it for a reason, because I seen it and it spoke to me. I'm like, oh shit. This is some shit. So let me go back and read it one more time. It says the elements are Nut, which is space, and that is the total of all possibilities of every kind, and Hadit, any point in which it's had experience of these possibilities. So you have to understand Newt. Think of Newt as the stage, the all possibilities of anything, everything, and anything that could be, right? And then you have had it, which is that 0 point in which all of those things come into the physical reality that we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So this is what this had it right here, the 0 point or the black dot, okay? And you got Newt, which is the infinite possibilities in which everything comes from, also known as the Great Mother, okay? But when I seen, hold on, where we at? Mind you, nigga, you're dealing with somebody with 10,000 some photos just in this folder. Look, though. Look, okay? So, boom. I seen this. I was like, oh, shit, this is the shit. I see the 0 point, right? This had it, 0 point. And then I see Ain Sophia, right? Which is the boundless, which is Newt, which is the space. You know what I'm saying? Boundless, endless possibilities. So, you know what I'm saying? You see the same shit. The primordial atom, which is the beginning point of all creation and whatnot, that had it. You know what I'm saying? And Newt, which is the boundless, right? And all that shit comes down, and what we got is the descent of spirit into matter in this ordeal. Okay? So I just wanted to share that shit because that shit was fucking interesting as hell, you know? Because, like I said, had it is very important too, because that represents you in the damn physical. Okay? We just gotta understand Newt is where all the infinite possibilities and all that shit come from, the primordial great mother, the cosmic space out there in the damn cosmos. Okay? Each one of us is a star, as above, so below. All right? Now, this is the law of Thelema. This is some shit. Okay? Hold on, let me put my shit down. All right, this is the law. This is the law of Thelema right here. It says, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will. There is no law beyond do what thou wilt." Okay, so understand. Like I said when I was in the car, do what thou wilt does not give anybody no free pass to goddamn willy dilly dilly dally. You know what I'm saying? It does and it don't. Because like I said, people that end up taking and choosing this path specifically, if you got a soul, you know what I mean? You knows that truly means to do your own desire. You know, it says, and it even says right here in the book, it says that means that each of us, and that's why I asked y'all in the damn, I asked y'all a little bit ago, I said, why don't the planets, when they rotate, Mars don't ever crash into Jupiter, Neptune don't never crash into goddamn Saturn, you know, Saturn ain't crashing into Earth, you know, and that is because each one of these stars or these planets is on their own orbit, just like you and every other person that you come in contact with on the physical plane, okay? It says that means that each of us stars is to move on our true orbit, as marked out by the nature of our position, the law of our growth, the impulse of our past experiences. All events are equally lawful and everyone necessary in the long run for all of us. So remember, thelema is the Greek word for will, but understand when it's talking about there is no law beyond do what thou wilt. This is talking about, and it does go on like in the actual channel text. This is Crowley breaking down the actual laws. But in the channel text, it says, it reads real strange because it says something like they will become slaves. You feel me? Or something along the lines. I gotta find it. But in that essence, it was literally speaking about people that are not doing their true will, become slaves to this physical reality that somebody else has basically created for you. That's why I said today, since you've been awake, have you done your own true will? This is a legitimate question. Okay, because you have to really stop and ask, am I doing what I truly want to do? Or am I doing what somebody else is telling me to do? Or am I doing what's expected of me by society? Okay, for the matrix, you know, for my little old mundane life? Or am I doing what truly makes me happy? What makes me truly happy? You know? Because we about to break down this age of Horus and all of this extra shit. Like I said, this shit goes deep. because we're in a whole different aeon than beforehand. People moved a certain way, and it's like, yeah, no, nigga, this shit is real, nigga. I study, I see a lot of the shit in the world, nigga. This shit is real. This aeon and eon of Horus, nigga, the people that are out there that run this motherfucking world, nigga, they know what the fuck this shit is talking about, okay? And this is why even in the book, the Christ in the New Testament, he said, nigga, you're not gonna get this if you're not like a little child. He said, be ye as little children, period, point blank. This is why, who did he say I'm a messenger of? Awas is a messenger of Harpocrat. And I showed a picture of Harpocrat. Hold on. Harpocrat. Or in the Greek, Hippocrates. You know what I'm saying? This baby Heru. And you see the Horus to God. But who is the messenger of? Who is doing all the yawking? Awas, the messenger of Harpocrat. How do I know that? Because it fucking says it right here. The author called himself Awas and claimed the minister of Harpocrat. Period. So look, when we deal with this shit, understand this is dealing with shit on the God level. Okay? And that's the lotus. That's the lotus flower. Okay? So understand when, like I said, when it says do what thou wilt, that is to do your true will. And you have to literally stop and analyze every moment that you're doing something, why it is that I'm doing this. Is this my true will? That's called true consciousness. Because if you're not doing what you truly want to do, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Like I said, I'm wearing a fucking turban because I fucking want to. Because I fucking want to. It's as simple as that. It don't gotta be, no, nigga, it's in every minute detail of my life. I try to be in control. Period, fucking point blank. Period, point blank. I do what it is that I want to do. Nobody tells me what to do. I go to work because I want to. It's what I want to do. I want to be able to have a fucking phone. I want to be able to take a hot ass shower daily. Okay? I want to be able to upkeep my damn hygiene and provide for my children. That's why I go to work. Okay? Is that my true will? My true will is to provide for my children. Absolutely. So what do I got to do? What the fuck I got to do? Sometimes I get pissed off at, whatever. But at the end of the day, unless you're doing what the fuck, and that's why I'm able to do what it is that I'm able to do, Clearly, what I'm doing for work at work is lined up to the point where, nigga, I'm in God mode even when I'm doing shit that is necessity for the matrix, my matrix life. So, being that I'm down here, my shit's aligning up to where, like I said, if you're not doing your true will, you will end up miserable. Miserable. Period, fucking point blank. So remember, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. There's one law in this bitch. Book of the law, one law. Do what thou wilt. True will. Your heart's true desire on a God level. On a God level. We're gonna break some of this shit down on a more on a deeper level. But yeah, I got some shit, you know what I'm saying, as far as like going forward as we move forward with this knowledge and shit. We're on a whole different fucking path. Okay, hold on. Now okay, so yeah, this is coming out of the abracadabra, nigga. Straight like that. Okay? Abracadabra. Randy Orphis. Copyright 1994. And it's got a introduction by Lon Milo Duquette. If you deal with the occult, look at Lon Milo Duquette. Okay? This is definitely a book on magic. There's a lot of spells and rituals in this motherfucker. They definitely will have you on some shit. Okay? They definitely will. Like I said, I seen one of the magic circles in this motherfucker. I was like, damn, Newt had it, Raha Kahuti, Chaos, and Babylon. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand all of the different aspects of these different energies, you know what I'm saying? This is why you kind of, it's not pretty much a bad thing to work with them specific energies. You know what I'm saying? So look, let me break this shit down to the molecule. It says, because Orpheus was talking about the fucking, doing your own will. And he said, but if everyone just does what they want, what's to stop one from raping me, shooting me, stopping me from watching television? This is a very short-sighted view based on the typical old eon morality. And that's the thing, too. You have to understand, we've gone into a new aeon, all right? Being that the first aeon, okay, yes, we were dealing with Newt, we were dealing with Tiamat, we were dealing with Heru, we were dealing with all of these different Isis, Aset, we were dealing with the aspect of the Great Mother, okay, during the first aeon of the world, okay? Now, as we moved into a different aeon, we moved into this suffering God and the resurrected God and morality and your behavior, but it was never like that in the beginning. What you did in the beginning didn't cause you to goddamn go into some sort of primordial abyss or some sort of hell or some sort of goddamn evil fucking afterlife that they preach nowadays. This has only been through the last eon of 2,000 years. And this is what's so interesting now that we've gone into this age of Heru, you know what I'm saying? Because all of that shit's dead in the water. And the people that are still holding on to the morality aspect of what things should look like, it's going to look like complete and utter chaos. And if you're still stuck in this mentality of, nigga, people need to be behaving in a certain way, and it's based on your behavior, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand, we have to, and this is what I'm saying. I deal with black people, and black people we were never taught how to think. We were taught what to think. So me seeing how black people think is actually sad, because they actually think that what you do on earth matters in the grand scheme of the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you look at a damn ant in a damn anthill, nigga, that's you. One of the motherfucking ants is you. Period. So when you look at where we're at and what truly matters, you got people thinking to get to heaven in some, like, okay, your soul is 1,000 times that of the human, right? The human body goes through, it dies. What the fuck? It's mortal. So being that your soul is immortal, why the fuck, and you can get caught up in incarnation, what's fucked up too, why does any of what you do on earth matter on a heavenly divine realm, on the spiritual realm? It's not about your behavior and morality. Yeah, what you do matters, but your behavior is not what matters. Whether you're a nice person or not, whether you hold the fucking door open for not, whether you tell a lie or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, be the fuck real. We're down here on goddamn planet Earth. And if you live in America, this shit was based on the most fucked up shit you could ever goddamn do. So if I gotta weasel my way in to get a fucking job and lie and say, I ain't smoked ever. Sober right now. The fuck you think I'm gonna do? Tell the motherfucking truth so I can't get no job? The fuck are we talking about? I'm finna lie. Peace to the guy, Scrib. Hey, another thing, Scrib, you gotta, I think that was you with the damn, was that you with the tarot in the chat? If that was you, let me know. With the tarot and the Yu-Gi-Oh. I think that was you, bro. But, like I said, in the grand scheme of the goddamn cosmos, the morality thing is over. We're in a new aeon. Okay? So, like I said, based on the old typical aeon morality of the monotheistic slave religions like Christianity, these religions teach that humans are intrinsically evil and that we are all horrible monsters inside, only holding back our nasty impulses thanks to the guidelines that God has kindly given to us. The Thelmanites have no concept of original sin. We do not believe that people are basically satanic glove puppets. Rather, Thelmanite realizes that each person is a pure and perfect star, each an essential part of the universe. We know that when we do our wills, we have no desire to hurt others indiscriminately, for to do so is to destroy part of our universe and is to reduce the complexity and wonderment of our lives. Each star is beautiful, and we are concerned with maximizing the beauty of life, not reducing it. Okay, now this is interesting. He says, now, when I greet you with because they said this is how they greet each other. Do what thou wilt. He said, I'm not only affirming, on the other page. Yeah, they talk about how they greet each other. But anyways, he said, am I not only affirming my right to do my will, but your right to do yours. It's do what thou wilt. That is to be our law, not do what I wilt. You know what I'm saying? So when you have an impulse to interfere with the way that others live their lives, you are not allowing them the liberty to follow their true wills. And you must remember, the law is for all. All people have the right to do their wills, so true wills should never come into conflict with each other. If conflicts does arise, you should examine yourself closely, for at least one person is not doing their true will. In a non-Thelmanite society, this person probably will not be you, but if the fight is between two Thelmanites or two conscious motherfuckers, then you may well be at fault. Okay. Now, I want to break down this aeon before I deal with the second part of the law, which is love is the law under will. You know what I'm saying? Because that is very key. You know what I'm saying? Because we are in a different aeon. You know what I'm saying? The old way is dead and over with. You got to be dealing with this love shit, and if you ain't dealing with love, you know what I'm saying, at least between your mate, fucking loving another dead motherfucker out there. I'm talking about, but at least between your mate, you know what I mean? What are you on? You know what I'm saying? Love is the law, nigga. So anyways, let's deal with this new aeon of Heru. The age of Heru, what we're dealing with right now. And this was written in 1904, so this is real interesting because this shit breaks it down to the motherfucking molecule. This is why it says in the New Testament, be ye as little children. And if you ain't a little ass child, you can't enter or inherit the kingdom. All right? Now, it says the third chapter of the book is difficult to understand and may be very repugnant to many people born before the date of the book, April 1904. It tells us the characteristics of the period in which we are now entered superficially. They appear appalling, but we see some of them already with terrifying clarity, but fear not. It explains that the certain vast stars or aggregates of experience may be described as gods. Okay? One of these in charge of the destinies in this planet for periods of 2,000 years. In the history of the world, we know accurately 3 such gods. Isis or Aset, the mother, when the universe was conceived as simple nourishment drawn directly from her, this period was marked by the matriarchal government. Next, beginning in 500 BC, when the universe was imagined as catastrophic, love, death, resurrection as the method by which experience was built up. This corresponds to the patriarchal systems. Now, this is where the shit gets real spicy, nigga, because this is where we at. Okay? And just use your brain. Okay? Now, Heru, the child. Heru, the child. Harpocrat. Okay? In which we come to perceive events as a continual growth, partaken in its elements of both of these methods and not to be overcome by circumstance. This present period involves the recognition of the individual in the society. This is why it's not about following no damn groups and joining no extra shit. This is your own individual shit. You are the center of your own universe. Period. Or the universe. Period. Where you at? You're in the middle. And remember that, too. Okay? Okay, boom. It says this, we realize ourselves explaining the first paragraphs. Okay, every event, including death, is only more assertion to our experience freely willed from ourselves from the beginning and therefore also predestined. This God, in quotation marks, Heru, has a technical title, Heru Raha, a combination of the twin gods Ra Kahudi and Hippocrates, meaning of this doctrine must be studied in magic. Okay, that's a book by Crowley too. That's one of my next pickups too. Magic, and I think another one is called Magic with the K Without Tears. Both of those. Okay. Now boom, we talking about Hippocrates, Harakahudi. He is symbolized as the hawk-headed god enthroned, and that's what we seen on the Stela of Revealing. Okay. Now it says he rules this present period of 2,000 years, beginning in 1904, and this is key. This is crazy. And he says, and everywhere his government is taking root. Remember, be ye as little children, Horace the child. Observe for yourself the decay of the sense of sin, the growth of innocence and irresponsibility, the strange modifications of reproductive instinct with the tendency to become bisexual or impotence. Crowley writing that bi shit because he was on some shit. Okay. The childlike confidence in progress combined with the nightmare fear of catastrophe against which we are yet unwilling to take precautions. It says, consider this. Now this is some shit. Yeah, but I'll put it on YouTube. I always say that, but I'll be trying, y'all. Anyways, peace to the God, Gabriel. Peace to the God. Okay. Consider the outcrop of dictatorships, only possible when moral growth in its earliest stages and the prevalence of infantile cults like communism, fascism, pacifism, health crazes like fucking vegans, occultism in nearly all its forms, religions sentimentalized to the point of practical extinction. Consider the popularity of cinema, the wireless, the football pools, and guessing competitions, all devices for soothing fractious infants. There's no seed of purpose in any of them. That is some interesting shit. So listen, it says, consider sport, the babyish enthusiasms and rages in which it excites whole nations disturbed by disputes between boys. Consider war, the atrocities which occur daily and leave us unmoved and hardly worried. We are children. This is what it says. And how this new aeon of Horus will develop, how the child will grow up. These are for us to determine. Okay, boom. So let me go back. Okay, he just talked about all health crazes, occultism, pacifism, whatever, football, guessing, shit on TV. All of this is soothing fractions for infants. There's no seed of purpose in nothing out there. This is why I say everything out there in the fucking world is mundane. So being that you're in a very mundane world, I explained this to somebody earlier today. I was like, what do they tell you? They tell you that you only use 10% of your brain. Okay? And for some people, this may be true. I know I don't sound like somebody that's only using 10% of my brain. Okay? So, being that they tell people that you only use 10% of your brain, this society is pretty much geared and centered and only requires people to use 10% of their brain. Okay? The 10% of the brain that you use is minimal in this society. It doesn't cause people, like I said, the things people are doing is so mundane. It's like, what in the fuck are we doing? I'm even on a mundane app. What the fuck is Instagram good for? Besides some shit like this. I'm just saying, well, this is what it's good for. I'll just say it like that. This is what Instagram is good for. Sharing and spreading some whatever the fuck this is, okay? The name of this book is The Book of the Law. And the other book that I'm reading from is called Abrahadabra by Randy Orphis. Okay, Book of the Law, Aleister Crowley, slash AWAS. Okay. But yes, all of these things that you see, we are in. Why do you think football and people jump up and down and go so crazy? We are children. We are in the age of children. The decline of the sense of sin. People just doing whatever the fuck. What is sin? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit no more. You still worried about what the hell the Bible says you can and can't do? You can't see that this is where the hell the whole I didn't even know this motherfucking shit said this shit, and I've been off that for about a couple years now. What the fuck is sin? Sin, oh, you were born in sin. Nigga, that shit means you were born in skin. The real sin was to be incarnated down here in the goddamn physical. But being that you are in the physical, you must know in order you doing your true will is the goddamn God level. And we already broke down on the Gnostic text and all the other shit that we are above the gods by our ability to think. Now, knowing that these motherfuckers down here who run the world, they actually, because here's the thing I had to explain to my bro earlier too. I was like, look, nigga, the way this shit works is fucked up. The way this shit works is fucked up. Especially when you deal with the angels, the archangels, these Michaels and these Gabriels and shit like that and all that shit. You think them niggas ain't real? You must be out of your motherfucking mind. You think this energies and shit ain't real and they been getting called on for the goddamn past 2,000 plus years? You must be out your motherfucking mind. And here's the interesting thing about these archons, archangels. Your dollar broth is really powerless for real. But these angels that go around and do all this goddamn shit. Here's the thing. These niggas will heal you. They will bless you. They will give you gifts. They will give you all the shit that they can to keep you in a physical thought process, to keep you physically in love with the physical earth, and also giving your energy, like I posted from Bentley Layton's Gnostic scriptures. It said when you pray to these gods, they use your soul as food, nigga. So you praying to these deities, giving your energy, they feed it off you. So of course, you dumb fuck, they would bless you. Of course, they would heal you from your goddamn disease. If that mean that would keep you on your motherfucking knees and incarnated, why not heal you, nigga? Even on the opposite side, nigga, what was it, nigga? The devil healed Constantine in the goddamn shit. So why won't they heal you so you can keep living off in the goddamn physical goddamn realm, and they can keep feeding off your goddamn dumbass? You know, they steadily finding new ways to get humans to goddamn live longer and shit like that. But what does the book of the law say? The book of the law says, thou shalt long for death. Why is that? People have heard that. Oh, yeah, long for death. Where's that come from? Nigga, it comes from the book of the law. If you dealing with the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Kemites had an entire goddamn society where death was the focal point. They worshipped the god of the underworld, a nigga who died and resurrected in mythology. So understand, they weren't afraid of this damn shit. This wasn't no damn taboo. So to understand where the hell this is at and where we're at spiritually is very important. You know what I'm saying? We must move past that of the goddamn, we must move past that of the fucking morality shit. And here's the thing. You really can't help the fact that everything is on some childish shit, because that is the present age that we're in. There's always going to be constant wars and bickering, and that's my toy. Give me that. That's my shit. Why are you doing that? Fuck you. Fuck you. That's what kids do. That's what these motherfuckers who are doing in the damn representing democracy, representing fucking socialism, communism in China, all of these motherfucking patriarchal dick measuring swinging contests we have via intercontinental ballistic missiles is all childish. Childish as fuck. Hence why, like I said, the psyche and the soul of people and the actual we're not going to where people think we are, nigga. We're headed towards that of children. I can see Idiocracy becoming real life, which it already is, a documentary, because people are children. This is the present age that we're in. But listen, we got 15 seconds left. We're still cooking, so we're going to come back and cook a little bit more. Give you guys another hour of this shit. All right?